Hello, everyone. Welcome to the YAAAMS Nation, where we break down all things in the entertainment industry and in the media. That's what we do. I'm Sai. Hello. Now, in this video, I'm going to break down and tackle an interesting question. Did the music power brokers reward rappers who glorify gangsta rap and drugs? Now, I'm not going to get all into the conspiracy theories in this video. I'm not going to do that. I'm just gonna give you a list of the top 10 richest black male rappers and let you decide if their wealth was intentional or coincidental. And at the end, I'm gonna give you a bonus rapper who not only impacted the gangster rap culture, but is doing it now in Hollywood. So we're gonna get into it. Now, topping the list today is Jay-Z. He has a net worth of $2.5 billion. His fortune came from his music career and his savvy business ventures. Jay-Z was born Sean Carter, raised in Brooklyn, New York. He has discussed his past drug dealing days and often reflected that in his music, highlighting his transformation from a street hustler to a business mogul. Now, I'm not saying you can't change your life, but that's not what this video is about. Next up is Diddy. His net worth is $1.4 billion. His success isn't just from music. His clothing line, Sean John, and Ciroc Vodka also have made contributions to his wealth. He is not a stranger to facing legal issues over the years. And recently, his homes in Los Angeles and Miami were raided by federal agents as part of a sex trafficking investigation. Before all this, Diddy had maintained a high status in the music industry. As founder of the Bad Boy Records, he played a pivotal role in the careers of the late rapper Notorious B.I.G., who often rapped about death, drugs, and the gangster life. Now, at number 3, we have Dr. Dre. His net worth is $1.3 billion. A founding member of NWA, he helped pioneer gangster rap. Along the way, he faced many legal issues and controversies over the years. Despite that, he made a fortune by selling Beats by Dre to Apple. Known as one of the greatest producers in hip-hop, his production style with that melody helped mainstream the gangster genre by producing for artists like Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, whose lyrics often revolved around drug use and the gangster life. The next two on the list, they didn't necessarily have a gangster persona, but their production helped gangster raps break into the mainstream. Kanye West, number 4. He has a net worth of $500 million. He is renowned for his musical genius and his controversial lifestyle. He has made a lot of money in the fashion industry with his Yeezy brand. Yeah, go get you some Yeezys. Now, he produced artists like Pusha T and Cameron, who we all know rapped about selling drugs. At number 5, next on the list is Pharrell Williams. His net worth is $270 million. He has made contributions in music, fashion, and skincare with his brand Human Race. But Pharrell, he didn't rap about the street life. Nah, he didn't rap about the street life. This man didn't rap about that. However, he did produce rappers who did. When he was working with his production team, the Neptunes, they produced mainstream hits for artists like Snoop Dogg and the Clips, which helped mainstream gangster rap into the mainstream. I've always said if you want to control the music, you control the producers. Example, what I mean by that is, if you want music to be ratchet and paint a bad image of black women, then you'll make sure all the producers give the best beats to the ratchet rappers. And that's what they did in hip hop. That's why rap don't have the balance that it used to, because the culture controllers came in and said, hey, give all those beats to the negative rappers. Prime example, the next 3 on the list are very important. Now, they're important because they promoted gang life and drug dealing in the South. And all 3 of them is from New Orleans. This is important because the culture controller recognized the South had the largest population of black youth. They wanted to target these young, impressionable minds with the music that glorified gangster lifestyle and drug dealing. Master P has a net worth of $200 million. He is known for his record label, No Limit Records, and other business investments. His journey from a drug dealer to a businessman is legendary. His deal with Priority Records was the unprecedented 80-20 deal, gave P the rights of all No Limit masters. Now coming after him was another New Orleans rapper, Lil Wayne. His fortune is worth $170 million. Known for his clever and raw lyrics, he was part of a group called the Hot Boys, which was named after a real gang of killers in New Orleans. And the Hot Boys often rapped about the harsh realities of street life and the gangster culture in New Orleans. Now he's very rich now. And then there's Birdman, worth about $150 million, co-founder of Cash Money Records, a self-admitted former drug dealer. His ability to turn street hustle into a thriving business, into an empire, has cemented him in the legacy in hip hop. Back in 2000, Cash Money Records signed a 70-30 distribution deal with University Records. It was unheard of, just like Master P. Now, you don't think it's strange that those former drug dealers got those record deals? You think these record companies didn't know who they were dealing with? You think they didn't know the backgrounds of these rappers before they invested millions in? Is that what you want to tell me? They knew what they were doing. You think they got these deals because they was gonna promote all the great prominent black unity in the community? Hell no, they knew what type of music they made. It's like they went and found these independent labels and said, oh, they talking about drug dealing, they talking about the gangster life, let's give them some money. And then on the list, next on the list is Ice Cube. His net worth around $150 million as well. Maybe 160, 150. He was a pioneering figure in gangster rap with the group NWA. He helped shape hip hop in the late 1980s, and then in the early 1990s, he had a solo career with his raw, politically charged lyrics. He also transitioned from rap to acting and producing in Hollywood. But then he was part of a group called West Side Connection with Mac 10 and Dub C. This also made contribution to mainstreaming the Crips and the Bloods, with Dub C being a self-admitted Crip and Mac 10 being a self-admitted Blood. The cultural transmission of gang affiliation through these artists played a significant role in the normalization of gang culture into the popular consciousness. Then we got Snoop Dogg. He worth about $150 million. He was the first gangster rapper to cross over. And I don't mean he crossed over to the mainstream. I mean, he crossed over in the black community. He was the first rapper that like my aunties and uncles knew. I mean, not the first rapper, but the first gangster rapper that young people knew, old people knew. And it had a lot to do with Dr. Dre's beat, because Dr. Dre, the way he produced, he used a lot of those old school melodies. So black people who didn't even listen to the gangster rap music knew who he was. He had charisma. He had a laid-back style, and he helped bring gang culture and weed promotion into the limelight. Rising to fame with Death Row Records with iconic albums like Doggy Style. Now, I'm sure some of you think it's because of his great business mind that Snoop is still relevant in all these commercials and stuff. I know a lot of y'all think that. That's why he's wealthy and in all these commercials and stuff, because of his great business mind. Hell no, it's because he was promoting smoking weed. That's what they want from everybody. They want all of us just to be high. But nobody want to say that. You know it's the truth. Stop it. Now, rounding out our list is our bonus rapper, 50 Cent, who has amassed a significant fortune through his music career and his various business ventures. A gangster rapper who came to fame because he got shot and took 9 bullets and survived. He even made songs about it. He's a self-admitted drug dealer, has no shame about his past. He has turned his life around. He has turned his experience into a successful career. There's nothing wrong with that. Besides music and other business investments, he has produced TV shows like Power, Ghost, and BMF. By the way, they're all drug-related TV shows. Now, you tell me, do you think he would be a big TV producer if he was producing positive black family shows? Do you think that? Or is he just a puppet doing their dirty work? The industry has a long history, we all know that, of stereotyping black people. Now, if you look at this list of rappers who all have contributed to the negative stereotype of black people, pushing drugs, gangs, all this negative stuff on the youth, one could say the power structure has rewarded them well for doing that. It's like I said, it's like they doing their dirty work. Okay, now do you see the theme? No wonder these young rappers want to rap about the street life. They see the rewards in it if they make it out alive. And of course, there are a few socially conscious rappers like Common and Mos Def who have found success after rapping in the acting business, but none of them has turned into these big time business moguls. None of them have. In the mainstream, if they have, you don't hear about it. So now you think all these rappers on this list are there because of their hustle and business acumen? Was it just a coincidence that the majority of the rich black rappers come from that gangster genre? Is that a coincidence? Or was it because they wanted to promote the idea that if you talk about the negative aspects of the black community, you will be rewarded? Was that the message they sent in by helping all these drug dealing rappers become rich? You sell drugs in your community, don't worry about it. If you don't get caught, we'll reward you over here. So you think about it. You let me know your thoughts. You give me your comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell button. Until next time, it's Sai signing off.